Hi, my name is Cindy and the name of my shop is Molasses Creek Woodcraft. Welcome. Today it's a little bit cool and rainy outside and my shop happens to be about as clean as it's ever going to get for me. I'm kind of between projects right now, so I thought I would take a day and try to record a shop tour video for y'all. My shop is my garage. It's 20 feet by 20 feet, so it's 400 square feet, which is not big by a lot of the standards you see people with their woodworking shops on YouTube, but it's not tiny either for people who work in their garage. It's crowded. I have a lot of stuff, mainly because I don't throw anything away. And I also don't have just one particular area of woodworking that I specialize in. I do a lot of different types of woodworking, so I have a lot of different types of tools. Well, you know what? Let's just turn the camera around and start taking a look at what we've got. So I think we'll just start by you know what? No, let's start on the ceiling. On the ceiling here, I have a coat rack hanging from the ceiling. These are mostly my motorcycle clothes and some rain clothes, because when I'm going to go for a ride, I change clothes in here. On this half of the garage, I have hung some LED lights that connect in series. I like these a lot. They put out quite a bit of light. I have a Wen air filter. It does a really good job of filtering out the fine dust in the air. I have a space heater that works really well in the wintertime. When it's like 20-30 degrees outside, it'll warm it up to maybe in the 60s in here. It's comfortable most of the time. On the other half of the garage, I put my old fluorescent lights. I don't really need to use those a lot because I normally try to work with the garage door open when I can. So I have a switch where I can turn those off when I don't need them. And then I have some fishing poles that I have hanging over there. And if we move down to where I have shelves all over the top of the garage, these are some tools that I don't use all that much anymore, but I keep them because it's nice to have them when I want to use them. These tools I do use quite a bit. And then getting over here, I have some more shelves and I have some hardwoods that I have stored. Have some garden stuff over there, some paper towels and just things that it's nice to keep them up out of the way, but they're easy to get to when I want to get to them. So if we start over here on my garage door, I have my Bora straight edge system that comes in really handy for breaking down plywoods. I don't have a track saw. I don't feel I need a track saw. This Bora straight edge works really good for me when I want to break down plywood. I have some longer things stored over in the corner. Have some pegboard along this wall. I would like to replace that pegboard with French cleats, but for now the pegboard is working. Have some gardening tools over here. Have some tools that belonged to my grandfather and my father. Let's go back over to the corner. Have my SawStop table saw. I have two air compressors. I would like to replace them and just get one medium-sized air compressor, but for now, they're both working. They're like 30 years old, but they're still working, so I'm not replacing them yet. Have a dust collection system over there. Everything is on wheels, so when I need to use things, it's kind of like playing Tetris, and you just kind of move things around. Have my DeWalt planer, a little router table, my jet drill press, DeWalt scroll saw, my Q-Tech jointer, and my Rikon bandsaw, and this little battery operated Ryobi miter saw actually is not mine, but you know what, it's here and I use it, and I actually like this little battery operated miter saw. I have a hollow chisel mortiser. I keep it covered up because I don't use it very often. And I also have my lathe back there that I keep covered up because I don't use it very often either. Moving around, I have a shelf where I have all of my grinding and sanding tools. And that's kind of where I hang my sanding paper. This covered up is a tool I'm going to be doing a review on shortly, but I have it covered up to protect it for now. I have a metal cabinet where I store, you know, lots of paint and varnishes and that kind of thing. These are like my battery operated tools. I'm going to be making a better storage system for them. Have my tool chest. This is my desk area where I have my laptop. I have a little mini cobalt tool chest where I keep pens and pencils and things that I use. I have my little file box where I keep notes on projects that I want to do. My glues. This little refrigerator comes in handy. It doesn't hold a lot. It'll hold a couple of cans of soda and my CA glue, and comes in really handy for that. I have some of my favorite reference books up here. Some other things, glue brushes and things that I use fairly often. Lots of storage in these tool chests. This is kind of where I keep a lot of my Dremel stuff. Move the chair out of the way. I have my fire safe. And over here we just have some cases of water from Costco that we use in the house. I have our chest freezer where we keep our household items. I have that sign on the door to remind me to turn my air compressor off, and I still forget to turn it off most of the time. Have some sheet goods stored here. I don't normally have this much for sheet goods, but I'm kind of working on different projects right now. Have what I call my clamp closet. That's on wheels too. And I have my clamps hanging on French cleats. Have my big 12-inch miter saw and a trash can where I throw some scrap wood, and my Harbor Freight parts bin. And then back there we have the hot water heater and the furnace. And it doesn't really cause any problems with the hot water heater and the furnace as long as I keep the dust down around them. I keep the furnace filters cleaned out. It does a pretty good job. Have some pipe clamps hanging back there in the corner. And we're back around to the garage door now. And I think that might be about all there is to look at. And I think I maybe have forgotten some important things. First of all, my Schoberg's workbench. I had thought for years that I was going to make my own workbench, and I never got around to it. And finally, this was on sale one day, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go buy this workbench. And it is really an excellent workbench. I can't say enough about that. Fire extinguisher is very important. It's my little sharpening system that I have going on here. And over here, I have stacked a lot of my hardwoods. I have a lot of walnut, and then I have some other things, poplar, cherry, cedar, some rosewood in there, but this is where I keep a lot of the hardwoods that I've collected. And then if we go over, and I don't know if this is going to get a good shot of this, but over in the corner I have some slabs of spalted maple and a walnut slab over there. And well, I know it's not going to pick it up, but between the hot water heater and the furnace I have some more spalted maple over there on the floor. And that's perhaps the most important stuff I have in here, so I'm not quite sure how I forgot about that. But I think maybe now we've taken a look at everything there is to look at. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed my little shop tour video. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to watch any of my videos and to support my channel. Please, as always, click the like and subscribe and the notification bell icon. It really helps my channel. Thank you everyone who watches. Thank you for leaving comments. I do try to read them as much as possible. And go out and have a wonderful day.